Since the late 1980s, Air Force One has served as the illustrious presidential transport. Its distinctive white, blue, and gold livery, which signifies the arrival or departure of one of the world's most powerful people, is recognized all over the world. With such a significant and distinctive role, it is only natural that the aircraft is jam-packed with fascinating information and has a fascinating past. Let's have a deep look into amazing things about the Air Force One. 10. It's painted robin's egg blue because of Jackie Kennedy. Jackie Kennedy, who was the First Lady of the United States during the time, collaborated with industrial designer Ken Walsh to come up with the idea of painting the exterior of the most recent Air Force One aircraft a light blue color. Jackie Kennedy was working on the color scheme for the plane's interior design when she was instantly drawn to the light blue that is now adorning the aircraft. This happened while Jackie Kennedy was working on the color scheme. Jackie Kennedy felt it was understated but memorable, and President Kennedy agreed, said Ken Walsh, author of Air Force One, A History of the Presidents and Their Planes. Walsh said that Jackie Kennedy felt it was understated but memorable. 9. Air Force One will never stop at an airport terminal. The fact that Air Force One does not stop at any airport terminals to park is another one of the aircraft's unique characteristics. This is done for two primary reasons. The first is to make sure that everyone is safe, and the second is to make it possible to take off faster in case it's needed. Because it is difficult to navigate such a large aircraft into and out of an airport terminal, doing so could cause the president to lose valuable time in the event of an emergency. They don't need to rely on the amenities that are available in other countries because Air Force One already has stairs built into it. 8. There's a mobile command center. On board the aircraft that is known as Air Force One, there is a mobile command center that is available for use by the President of the United States. The White House website states that the onboard electronics have been hardened to protect the plane from an electromagnetic pulse, and that the plane is equipped with cutting-edge secure communication technology. In the event that an attack were to be launched against the United States, the President would have everything necessary to launch a successful counterattack. 7. Refuel mid-air. Because of this remarkable capability, the President can remain in the air for an undetermined amount of time in the event of an emergency, making it one of the most impressive aspects of the Air Force One plane. When a fuel plane arrives, it connects with the refueling probe that is located on the nose of Air Force One so that the plane can be refueled. This responsibility primarily falls on the shoulders of the boom operator, who is supervised by a pilot. 6. It is like a flying hotel. The President is included in the maximum capacity of 76 passengers that can be carried by Air Force One. In order to meet these requirements, the aircraft has an office, a bathroom, a bedroom, 85 telephones, and a conference room that can function as a flying oval office. These amenities are spread across the aircraft's 3 floors. Air Force One is outfitted with its very own medical room, as well as an operating room and a doctor who is on board at all times in case of any medical issues or unexpected emergencies. Air Force One is equipped with 2 kitchens, each of which has the capacity to feed 100 people at once and provide up to 2,000 meals during a single flight. This allows the aircraft to accommodate the large number of mouths that are on board at any given time. 5. Air Force One is quick. There are 3 levels aboard Air Force One. The passenger rooms are located on the middle level, while the communications equipment is located on the upper level. On the lowest level of the airplane, you'll find the various cargo compartments. On the lowest level, you'll also find freezers that have the capacity to keep a significant amount of food. Despite the fact that it serves as the VIP transport for the President, which requires it to transport the staff of the President, their belongings, and all of the equipment associated with that role, Air Force One is not a slouch. Because it is capable of reaching speeds greater than 600 miles per hour, it is faster than the standard civilian version of the Boeing 747, which cruises at approximately 570 miles per hour. 4. All electronics aboard Air Force One are protected against attacks. It is not surprising that the presidential aircraft, Air Force One, carries a substantial quantity of electronic equipment for use in entertainment, communication, and the administration of the nation. Technology that is on board an aircraft while it is in the air is normally susceptible to attack. However, the electronics that are housed inside of Airforce One are protected against hacking and electromagnetic pulses. In the event of a direct assault, the aircraft is equipped with bulletproof windows and the ability to release chaff and flares that will divert the attention of any incoming missiles. In addition to this, the aircraft is equipped with a type of advanced secure communications equipment that is under strict government secrecy. The President is provided with the assurance by the White House that Airforce One has everything at his disposal in the event of an emergency while he is in the air. 3. Airforce One is a heavily modified civilian aircraft. Airforce One is a VC-25, which is a heavily modified version of the Boeing 747 passenger jet that has been in production for a very long time. There are only 2 aircraft of this type currently in existence, and both have the capability of acting as Airforce One. Their tail numbers, which are 28,000 and 29,000, can be used to distinguish between the two of them. The interior of the aircraft has been modified to meet the less glamorous requirements of such a role, in addition to being customized to meet the needs of the commander in specific chief's requirements. One of these modifications is the incorporation of in-flight refueling, which effectively provides Airforce One with an unlimited amount of time in the air, subject only to the limitations imposed by the consumables on board. Despite the fact that the aircraft possesses this helpful feature, it has never been put to use while transporting the President of the United States. 2. The President and Vice President never fly aboard the same aircraft. It is against the law for the President and Vice President to be on board the same aircraft at the same time for reasons relating to national security. Instead, the Vice President travels in what is commonly known as Airforce Two, which is a Boeing C-32. In 2012, Joe Biden was traveling on Airforce Two when it was forced to make an emergency landing due to a bird strike. Mike Pence was aboard the aircraft when it suffered a second bird strike in the year 2020. If either of these situations had resulted in a collision while the President and Vice President were on board, the country would have immediately lost its 2 most powerful political figures at the same time. It should come as no surprise that there is a valid justification for the rule. 1. Airforce One isn't a single aircraft. The name Airforce One, which isn't the name of any aircraft in reality, is probably the most interesting and significant piece of information on this list. The term Airforce One is actually the call sign for any United States Air Force (USAF) aircraft that is transporting the President, despite the fact that it is most commonly used to refer to either of the 2 presidential Boeing VC-25 aircraft. When a sitting president travels on a civilian aircraft, the plane is designated with the call sign Executive One. When transporting the President, any aircraft that has been designated as a presidential transport in the past, including the VC-25, and any aircraft that is designated as such in the future will be given the name Airforce One. In spite of this, the 2 VC-25s that are currently in use are both referred to as Airforce One, even when the President is not present on board. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.